Wells Knight here. In this video I'm going to show you how to properly use Ballista in a siege battle. So, got everything pretty much all set up here. I'm just attacking a fortified settlement. This is a settlement owned by the AI in my Sweeby campaign. All he has is a garrisoned army. He had a fairly large stack of soldiers garrisoned here last turn, but then they ran away to go do something else. So I figured I'd take the opportunity to come in and take this settlement. I, on the other hand, have an army consisting of sword masters, spear brothers, a couple of slingers, and 5 ballista units. That's probably overkill, but it is a video about how to use ballista units after all. So you can see I've set up all my forces here. There's a gate over here. There's a tower, but this is the only gate. If I were the AI, I would probably station the majority of my forces here and maybe a handful on the walls over here. But the AI will see what they do. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to make sure that my ballistas are not on fire at will, because I want them to fire at specific things and not waste their ammo on whatever they want to shoot at. And I'm also going to make sure that they are set to standard rounds right now. Explosive rounds are better against infantry, but not as accurate. Standard rounds do not suffer that accuracy penalty. Explosive rounds do not get a bonus against buildings. They just get a bonus against infantry. So, we're going to go ahead and start the battle. First thing I want my siege units to do is take out this tower right here. I want this tower gone. I don't want my guys to get shot at as they're charging into the settlement. So, we'll let them do that. See if I can get up close and personal. This tower, you can see it's already at 56% damage. Should fall within the next couple of volleys. Now, in campaign, 5 units of ballista is probably overkill. I would not normally bring 5 units of ballista along. However, this army had some open slots available for recruitment, and the only good units I could get in the province at the time were siege units, were ballista. It was either that or just some levy spearmen and junk like that. So I decided to go a little bit overboard and, you know, stock up on ballista, even though I have way more than I probably need. So now I'm going to knock a hole in the wall. This is a barbarian settlement, so the walls, you can see, go with a fixed elevation, a man-made elevation rise as well. When the wall is knocked down, my troops will be able to get through, although they will have to climb up a little bit. However, it looks like, as far as I can tell, the AI doesn't actually have any troops garrisoned over here. So, wall's at 40% damage. I'm going to start moving my sword masters up. And I might as well move my spear brothers up too, because they're the ones who are going to be doing the majority of the butt kicking in this video. So there we got a hole in the wall. I'm going to knock another hole in the wall right here. The larger the hole, the more guys I can send through at a time. Send them up. So this wall is starting to crumble. Now, if there were AI units stationed on top of it, they would lose a couple when that wall crumbles, but any units that are standing on top when the wall falls take some damage. So that's a big enough hole for my sword masters to run through. I'm going to send my general. Oh, looks like he does actually have some guys up here. Alright, I'm going to send my general over here to capture... Actually, I'm going to send him right here to capture this tower. And I'll send my slingers up as well. Now my ballista, I'm now going to change them to explosive rounds, and I'm going to start shooting at these guys that are starting to run away. We'll see if we can knock some of them out. And you can see just how much damage ballistas can do. That one right there is already down to 53, 51, 49. Explosive rounds are not extremely accurate, but when you have a whole bunch of enemy units bunched up together like that, you're bound to hit something. So, I'm just going to kind of rain some fire down on them, and the more I kill, the better. My sword masters are starting to get up here. Now, ballistas will also cause friendly fire, so pretty soon I'm going to tell my ballistas to stop shooting because I don't want to take out my own sword masters with those ballista rounds. So what we'll do is we'll send those sword masters to right over here. We're going to send the spear brothers around this way.
Our general is under attack.
And I'm hoping to see the enemy general here pretty quick, because then what I'll do is I'll order those ballista rounds in on the enemy general. I have a feeling he's probably over in this general area. And I'm starting to capture this tower over here with my general. There we go, there's that enemy general. So, let's see if we can do something about him, because if you can get a lucky hit with a ballista round and kill the enemy general, it's a very easy morale boost. So, we're going to try and hit the enemy general. I may get him, I may not. Looks like my ballistas have about half their ammo left. We'll hit quick reload, because, you know, armies at the time didn't know the importance of reloading quickly unless you reminded them. So, we'll do that. And hopefully we'll start seeing those ballista rounds come raining down in a minute. I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of a line there with my sword masters. Where are my spear brothers? There they are. They're going. They're just going real slow. And looks like my ballista are starting to fire. So we should start seeing those rounds drop in pretty quick. Let's take a quick look at the tactical map. Looks like basically all their guys are right here except for one little unit of step archers. And if he wants to isolate an archer unit, looks like he might be going the other way now. I was going to take my cavalry and make short work of them. Cavalry against missile units of some sort, whether it's skirmishers, archers, whatever. Cavalry can be just devastating. They make very short work of them, especially with that charge bonus. So we're firing. We want to kill the enemy general. And since this is a battle in which I am the attacker, the AI is more prone to just kind of sit here and defend a position.
We have captured a tower.
I really can take my time. They're not gonna rush out and attack me or anything, because the time is against me. If this timer hits 0, I lose. Now, granted, there's no way that this is going to take me a full hour. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let my ballistas kind of do their best and see if I can get as many kills as possible until those ballistas run out of ammo. Once I've softened the enemy up with my ballistas, at that point I will then charge in my army. And in the meantime, I've got my spear brothers coming over here to flank. Because if I can fight them on this little hill, I'll have elevation in my favor And not only are my units superior, I should take very, very minimal losses. Why are you guys going that way? You are not doing what I want you to do. Get back there. Stupid guys. Trying to run into the ballista fire. You can see his stepbrothers, or his step spearmen, I should say, that are his general unit, have taken some pretty good casualties. They're down to 83 guys out of 120, 81 now, 70, falling like crazy. And if I can get his general, that's really going to hurt the morale of these enemy forces. Now granted, this is not a hard battle. Not only do I outnumber the enemy, I have vastly superior units in terms of quality, but you know, the smaller amount of losses you take, the better. So that way, if he launches a counterattack, you know, I still have the option. I probably could have auto-resolved this, but then I wouldn't get to show you these lovely ballista rounds that are going in, which are just eating him up. I'm going to tell my remaining ballista that still have ammo to not worry about the general anymore, because the general's running away. He's shattered, and once he leaves the field, they're going to have a morale penalty. In the meantime, my ballista, I want them to fire into this mass of troops and see if they can rack up some more kills.
Step, tribesmen!
And while that's going on, I'm going to send him this spear unit right here over here, like so. And then I'm going to hold down the shift key to issue a waypoint movement command to get him over in this direction. Oh, apparently there's a tower over here that's shooting at me. Might as well send these guys up here to capture it real quick. No point in just letting it shoot at me. They're still getting softened up. I'll take these two guys and put them over here. And you can see all of his guys are starting to waver. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm getting impatient. I'm going to charge in. And actually, they're all routing now anyway. But my ballista will continue to fire on them even though they're routing. Ballista are actually fairly decent against routing troops. So go ahead and end the battle there. And that's pretty much it for Ballista. You got explosive rounds, you've got normal rounds. Explosive rounds better against enemy infantry. Normal rounds better against buildings because they don't have that accuracy penalty. So there you go. Hope you learned something. If you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment. If there's a video that you want to see, just let me know. Leave me a comment or send me a message. And best of luck to all of you. Thanks so much.